Get ready, these most rare old dirty Jefferson nickels hiding in your change jar. Some of the rarest and most valuable U.S. nickels in history were discovered in the dirtiest places. Garage boxes, dusty drawers, even stuck in old coin jars for decades. The rarest 1962-era Jefferson nickel, exactly what they look like, how to spot them, and the jaw-dropping amounts they can sell for, many of them hiding in old coin jars, estate sales, flea markets, and yes, even pocket change. It's rare, but real extreme minting errors, double strikes, experimental planchets, and major die failures have already produced million-dollar coins in other denominations. History of the 1962 Jefferson nickel. Before we get into the rare errors, we need to understand why 1962 is special. Mint: Denver Mint decomposition 75% copper, 25% nickel, mintage over 280 million coins. So yes, the regular coin is common. Very common. Some of these coins are so dramatic that they bring in shocking auction prices, especially in high grade. The most valuable errors and varieties. Major die crack errors. Value $300 to $2,000. Off-center strike error. Value $2,500 to $10,000. Double struck or multi-struck. Values $2,000 to $10,000. Struck on wrong planchet. Values $3,000 to $8,000. How to identify a rare 1962 error nickel. Here's your step-by-step process. Check weight: normal nickel weight 5.00 grams, wrong weight equals wrong planchet. Check alignment: misalignment may indicate off-center strike, double strike, rotated die. Inspect the mintmark RPMs, doubling, or missing mintmarks add value. Look for die cracks and cuts. Use magnification to find cracks across the face, chips around Monticello, missing pieces of the rim. Study the steps on Monticello. Full steps dramatically multiply value. Check for weak or missing details, possibly a strike through or planchet flaw. Look for striking mistakes. Off-metal strikes: these are among the most valuable. Auction records and real market values. Collectors love dramatic errors. Full steps off-center with date. Mint state certified coins. Recent sales of similar Jefferson error coins include $28,750 for a double-struck nickel, $32,000 for a wrong planchet nickel, $109,250 for a multi-struck specimen, $50,000 for a unique experime. This is why searching for these errors is so rewarding. What to do if you find a rare 1962 nickel? Don't clean it. Cleaning destroys value. Get it weighed. Confirms planchet issues. Have it authenticated. Sell at auction for maximum value. Best options: Heritage Auction, Stack's, Bowers. Great collections. This is where big money happens. The rare 1964 error SMS Jefferson nickel that has sold for hundreds of thousands, and in the right condition could reach well into the millions of dollars, the jaw-dropping auction values that continue to rise from in the future. So grab your cup of tea, grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to spot this ultra rare could be sitting on one of the most valuable coins in the world. The background. The story of the 1964 SMS Jefferson nickel begins during one of the strangest periods in U.S. minting history. In the early 1960s, the United States experienced a massive shortage of coins. Businesses were begging for change, banks couldn't supply enough coins, and the U.S. Mint was under enormous pressure. President Lyndon B. Johnson demanded a solution. How to identify a real 1964 SMS Jefferson nickel. Collectors around the world dream of finding one, but identifying a real example is not easy. Here are the hallmarks of a genuine 1964 SMS nickel: deep, satin-like finish. The surface of the coin looks smooth, silky, satin-like with minimal reflectiveness. Unlike business strikes, the surface is almost velvet in appearance. Sharply struck devices. Every detail is crisp. Jefferson's hair. The steps of Monticello. The lettering. These coins were not casually struck, they were carefully prepared. Square rims, no proof. Mirror finish. 1964 proofs have mirror-like fields. SMS coins do not. Unique die markers. Genuine examples show strong die polishing lines, no signs of mass production. Extremely uniform strike pressure. Auction values: big money. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much are these mysterious 1964-era SMS Jefferson nickels worth? Record auction sales: standard 1964 SMS nickel, $32,900 to $39,000 and $45,000, and these were not error examples, just standard SMS. Rare error SMS examples. Because so few exist, error examples sell for much more. Estimated values run between $75,000 to $250,000. Some could reach $500,000 with the right collector, and the rarest error-struck specimens could realistically climb to $1 million or more. How to check your 1964 nickel. If you're watching right now thinking, could I have one of these? Here's your checklist. Does your nickel have sharp rims? If not, it's not SMS. Does it have a satin finish? Does the strike look unusually sharp? Check Jefferson's hair and Monticello. Does it look too perfect for 1964? If yes, you might have a treasure. If your coin looks suspiciously high quality or shows dramatic die polish errors, it may be worth sending to PCGS and GC Annex. These grading companies will confirm whether your coin is genuine. Final thoughts. The 1964-era SMS Jefferson nickel is more than just a rare coin. It's a piece of American mystery, it's a window into a turbulent time in U.S. mint history, and it's a treasure that could turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire overnight. Coins like this remind us why numismatics is so exciting. You never know what you might find in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or a dusty coin box at a flea market. Today, we're talking about one of the most explosive, most hunted and most misunderstood coins in American coinage, the 1965-era Jefferson nickel, a rare piece that, depending on the era and grade, this is a coin created in the middle of a complete mint overhaul, a coin struck during emergency conditions, a coin full of rare mistakes, experimental strikes, incorrect planchets, crazy double dies, and mint errors so wild that collectors will pay life-changing money just to own one. History of the 1965 Jefferson nickel. To understand why the 1965 Jefferson nickel is so rare, especially its errors, we must travel back to the coin shortage crisis of the 1960s, the crisis that changed everything. By 1964, the United States was facing a national coin shortage. People were hoarding coins, especially silver coins. As silver prices rose, reduced silver in half dollars from 90% to 40%, introduced special mint sets SMS. The most valuable errors and varieties. Wrong planchet errors. Value $10,000 to $50,000. Silver planchet strike. Value $10,000 to $30,000. Off-center strikes. Value $3,000 to $10,000. Broad strikes error. Value $1,000 to $2,000. Double die DDO. Value $5,000 to $20,000. How to identify a valuable 1965-era nickel. Here is your viewer checklist. Simple and powerful weight test. Use a digital scale. Nickel weight 5.0 g, dime weight 2.27 g, silver dime 2.5 g. If your 1965 nickel weighs anything weird, you may have a jackpot. Check the rims. Look for off-center strikes. Even small misalignments can be valuable. Look for SMS finish, satin or semi-proof-like finish. Look closely for doubling. Use 10 times magnification minimum. Examine the steps on Monticello. Real auction values. Let's go through real auction results that prove how valuable these coins are. Wrong planchet example: a 1965 nickel struck on a copper planchet sold for $6,463 off-center. Example: a 1965 nickel struck 40% off-center sold for $2,650 SMS. High-grade example: a 1965 SMS nickel in SP68 sold for $7,800. DDO example: a powerful double die example sold for $4,560. A 1965 nickel struck on a silver dime planchet or a unique experimental planchet. That's the recipe for a coin worth $80,000 to $100,000, and yes, it can happen. 1965 was chaotic. Mistakes were everywhere. And new discoveries are still being made. Final thoughts. The 1965-era Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a symbol of one of the most unpredictable and experimental eras in U.S. mint history. It's a coin born out of crisis, a coin filled with mistakes, mysteries, and opportunities for collectors. Every single day, people find rare coins in their pocket change, at flea markets, in old jars, or in inherited collections.